A few ingredients turn into a hot, melty, delicious bites. We're going to be making a very yummy, easy to make, warm ham and cheese sandwiches. It also takes us down memory lane, so we'll be sharing some memories with you all from our past. Of course, the memories come from the past, so we will be sharing those with you. And by the way, I'm Martha, and Dorothy and I welcome you to Hirschberger's Heart and Home. And you may remember us better from Hirschberger's Miracle Homestead. It's the same channel, just a change of name. All right, let's see what goes in the warm ham and cheese sandwich. For this special occasion to make the sandwich with you all, we got the deli ham and the baby Swiss cheese, American cheese, hamburger buns. And we chose the big hamburger buns, and then mayonnaise. And we use the Duke's mayonnaise. To make so the ham and the baby Swiss will fit the bun better, I'm going to cut them in half. And while I do this, my first memory I'm going to share with you is, probably remember us mentioning in the past already, the memories that we have of our 4 married brothers and their families coming to Grandpa and Grandma's house, which Dorothy and I were there to help with the food. And often we would have these warm ham and cheese sandwiches. We'd have them done up in the oven, and as soon as we get home from church, we'd turn the oven on, and about 30 minutes later, the sandwich would be warm, ready to go. Now, not all the nieces and nephews like the sandwiches warm, so Mom nearly always had the warm ham and cheese sandwiches, and then she also left some out of the oven, so it'd be a cold ham and cheese sandwich. So these are good warm or cold. It's time to assemble them. All right, I'm going to open them up. And I like to have the tops in a row and the bottoms in a row. That way when I fold them back up, I know I have one top and one bottom per sandwich, and I'm running out of room here. All right. And this one I'll put back here. That'll be good enough. Okay, the Duke's mayonnaise. Putting mayonnaise on the top and the bottom. These spatulas spread it so well. If it'd be a full jug of mayonnaise, I'd probably just use a knife, a table knife, but since the mayonnaise is down in the jar, the spatula it is. Okay. And now these rows are the bottoms. And so I like to put my ham on first. Putting 2 halves on means that it's a total of 1 slice of ham per sandwich. All right, 3 of the sandwiches get the baby Swiss. And 2 of the sandwiches get the American. And now we will put the top back on. Now I have foil here. I'm going to wrap each one in foil, and it's to be noisy. And now, right now we know this is Swiss and this is American, but once they get in the oven and come out, we won't know until we open them. So I have a marker here. Just put S, 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 A, and A. Now I'll put them on a baking tray, cookie sheet tray. The oven is preheated to 300, and we'll have them in there for about 30 minutes and then we'll check them.
On Sunday evenings, when the family came home, we would turn the oven on as soon as we got home from church until we got the rest of the food out and the people arrived, they were ready. If you're wanting to serve these sandwiches to a large crowd, it works really well to put them in large electric roasters. As a young child, I remember having these sandwiches at large gatherings for funerals. I don't know that they were ever served at a wedding, but I do know they served them at funerals.
I don't remember this part, but Dorothy says she's pretty sure what they served with the warm ham and cheese sandwiches was either potato salad or noodles, and a side, and of course dessert. Another memory we have of Mom and Dad talking about it. Mom and Dad were Amish Mennonite when they got married in 1950. And the weddings were in the morning, and then the noon reception was for the married folks and the young children. And then the evening reception, they had two receptions. The evening reception was for the young people. If you were a dating couple, you automatically sat together at the evening reception. If you were not dating and you wanted to sit with someone particularly, why, the guys would ask the girls. And of course, you didn't have to have anyone special to sit with. All the youth were invited to the evening reception, and they'd spent time singing. Another thing, the bride and groom, the noon meal with the married couples, they would open the wedding gifts that were given to them in the presence of everyone. They opened their own gifts. And then the evening with the young people, the bride and groom would open their own gifts. So that was always interesting to watch. And then cleanup began. And Mom and Dad did not go on a honeymoon because they felt like finances weren't there. So they were also part of the cleanup crew. And then fast forward to Mom and Dad's 35th anniversary. They had 7 children, 4 married boys, 10 grandchildren. And we decided we want to send Mom and Dad, we're going to celebrate this. And we got together as a family and invited a few friends in, had a wedding cake for them that one of the daughter-in-laws made, and spent some time singing and enjoying fellowship together. And then we sent them on a wedding trip, a delayed, very delayed wedding trip. Dad was so utterly excited about this delayed wedding trip. When they went out to the vehicle, he said, Anna, sometimes when the bride and groom would leave, they'd actually go the opposite way than what they really need to go to throw people off of where they're actually going. So I don't remember if he did that or not. And one thing about this trip, one of their sons, which is my twin brother, Buddy, he was special needs. And it was always so hard for Mom to leave him. And here she was going to leave him. The next morning, they were eating breakfast, and a total stranger, someone they did not know, came up to them and told them that they feel pressed to come tell them everything is going to be fine and enjoy your time. So that was the comfort to Mom, having left Buddy, knowing he's well cared for, but just she felt like that was God ministering directly to her. One thing, till now, Buddy had epilepsy, and she was always concerned that Buddy may have a grand mal seizure, and she's not there. But after this total stranger gave him that message, she just felt like that was directly from God, and she could feel herself relaxing.
Here's a photo of Mom and Dad at the 35th anniversary that we had for them.
The sandwiches are done, and I took this off of the oven door because I hate when it drops down on the floor when you open up the oven door, so I'll get it back up there. The goal is to have everything warm and the cheese just melting. So let's see if that goal was accomplished. All right, here is one of the Swiss cheese sandwiches. And I'm just going to, these are not just any ordinary warm ham and cheese sandwiches. A few ingredients turn into a hot, melty, delicious bites. And that's the baby Swiss cheese. And that's the American cheese. And there you go, folks, the Swiss and the American. Well, folks, our side that we're going to have with our sandwiches tonight is macaroni salad. We have a video on making macaroni salad. I will give you a close-up look at it, and if you want to make it, just go to the video, and you'll be able to see how to make it. Here's the macaroni salad along with the warm ham and cheese with the American cheese. And there is a macaroni salad with the warm ham and cheese sandwiches made with the Swiss cheese.
Filming takes time. It was late, and it was way past time for supper.
All right, I gotta take a picture of this and come back getting another speech that we have macaroni salad to go with it. And take.
I'm hungry.
I am too.
Behind the scenes was not planned. It was real life. These sandwiches were so delicious, and we both enjoyed our supper very much. And as always, you'll find a link for a printable recipe in the description. We knew something was happening to our sweet potatoes, possibly deer, possibly rabbits, or possibly both. As you see, we have identified one of the thieves eating the sweet potatoes up here at the house. And you know what? It just blesses our heart. And why in the world would it bless our heart to see a rabbit eating our sweet potatoes? This is our first summer without our special needs brother Buddy, who passed away in April. This is also our first year of rabbits being so plentiful, mostly staying at the edge of the yard into the field, except a few of them like to come up and hang out under Dad's old 1995 Chevy pickup truck. And now they are at the house, at least this one is. But the rabbits we felt was a hug from God with the adjustment of life without Buddy. They brought us so much joy in the midst of our sorrow. If you get our monthly newsletter, you know the truck was vandalized earlier this year with the ignition cylinder being jammed. It took a new cylinder and a few more things to get it up and running, but it is running again, and it is so good. That would have been a sad way to lose my dad's pickup truck. If you're not getting the newsletter and would like to, there's a link in the description, or you can go to our website at hirschbergersheartandhome.com, and there you can sign up for our newsletter, plus see a lot of little bits and pieces about our life.
And now for the golden thought. Sometimes God uses people to meet the needs of other people. And then we can ask ourselves the question, am I willing to be used? I think it's so important that we are in tune and sensitive to the Spirit of God. And when He prompts us through His Spirit to do an act of kindness or to speak words of life into someone, let's just step out in faith and do it. I know that Mom and Dad were ever so grateful that that gentleman followed the prompting and came and told them that everything's going to be all right and enjoy it. And you know, this was encouraging to them to look back at that moment also. So let's just remember that sometimes God meets the needs of people through the acts and words of other people. We hope you've enjoyed today's video. We hope you've been blessed, encouraged, and inspired. And until next time, God bless.